Hey y'all, welcome back to As Told by Ray. I'm your girl Ray and this is my YouTube channel, big period. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Also, don't forget to turn on your post notifications so that you can be notified every single time I post. You want to be notified so that you can be part of the Ray fam, right? I mean, we only the littlest family YouTube land, like they period. So if you don't have on your post notifications and you're not subscribed, what are you doing? Not the right thing. Do that. Also, please don't forget to follow me on my social media. My Instagram will be right here. My Twitter will be right here. And it will be down below in the description box for your convenience, sis, with links. So that all you gotta do is click on it. Okay? Period. Click. Also, please don't forget to follow me on my Twitch. Over there, I be streaming Sims 4 sometimes, you know what I'm saying? I be chit-chatting sometimes, you know. I might watch some videos sometimes, do some reactions. If you leave some videos down you want me to react to, it could be anything, I don't care. I'll react to it. My Twitch will pop up on the screen. So please, click the link down below and come join me on Twitch because you're gonna love it there. I promise. Okay. So period, with that being said, we about to get into the video, y'all. Today's video, again, like I said, I want to incorporate more TV shows into this little thing I got going on here on YouTube. And today we're going to do a ranking of my least favorite Grey's Anatomy characters. We're going to talk about it because I'm ready to drag, and this show is like really problematic. It has a lot of characters that you can hate. So I'm about to tell y'all the list of the ones that I personally do not enjoy. And let me know down below if you watch this show, what your list is. Like, let me know. Keep me updated. Keep me updated. Anyway, we about to get right on into it, sir. You're not gonna wait another minute, sir. We about to get into it. Yeah, period. So, okay. I've decided that for this list, I'm gonna go from most to least. Right, because I feel like I don't want y'all to have to wait for what y'all already know that I'm gonna say, especially if you're a person that watches this show. You already know where I'm going with this character list, so let me just get there and say it so that I don't gotta keep y'all waiting, period. Okay, so number one on the list is Teddy. Can't stand Teddy. Haven't liked Teddy since I don't know, her first season. Like the way that she even came in, the way that Owen brought her in, and it was just a lot. I did not like Teddy. I did not like how Teddy still thought it was okay to be trying to go after Owen after she realized that he was with Christina. Teddy is a pick-me. Didn't like that they brought Teddy back after Owen like got his whole divorce with Amelia, or while he was with Amelia, or after the brain cancer child. I don't know. Okay, what I do know is they brought her back, and why. Now she's on there. They just recently dedicated a whole episode to her, why no one cares about Teddy's life. Like, I just really don't like her. What she did to Tom was cruddy, okay? And usually I'm not an Owen fan, but what she did to Owen, sleeping with Tom on the wedding day, was cruddy, okay? Teddy is just cruddy, period. And I haven't liked Teddy for a very long time. I really felt like she was annoying in, I don't remember the exact season, but whichever one where she was giving Christina hell because I guess Christina did some shit that Teddy was too scared to do. Okay? Teddy is, if not the worst, one of the worst characters ever in the show. So yeah, now that my rant on Teddy is done, okay, we're gonna move on to who is next, and that will be Owen. I feel like I couldn't decide honestly between Owen and Teddy which one I hated more. But you know what, ultimately Teddy got it because Teddy was a pick-me. Owen comes at number 2 because since they put Owen with Christina, I wasn't feeling him. I just wasn't. He was a whiny little motherfucker. Like, he used to stay just whining about some shit, stay getting on Christina's nerve. I don't know how she did it. I don't know how she stayed with Owen for as long as she did. That nigga was annoying, okay, as fuck. So I don't like Owen. I don't. Yeah, didn't like how he was trying to force Christina to have kids after she said multiple times that she don't want kids. How many more times does she have to say it to you, sir, for you to understand it? You got with Amelia. Amelia didn't want kids. Like, sir, you want a kid, get with somebody that wants a kid. These are questions that you should ask before you start dating somebody, don't you think? Like, these are questions that you should ask before you're ready to marry people, okay? That would be something smart to ask. Like, hey, do you want kids? Then y'all could be on the same page if you hadn't been so pressed to marry Christina and y'all had a conversation, you would have known that she didn't want kids, smart ass, okay? But that's neither here nor there. It happened a long time ago. We're going to get over it. Didn't like how he went and got Teddy pregnant, which gave her an in back into the show ill. Both of them could have honestly went and lived out in Germany and been happy as fuck together, and they couldn't have wrote another episode on either one of them and I'd have been fucking ecstatic. Moving on. You see how they get me upset? Oh my god. Next on my list is Amelia. So people say that after the whole brain tumor situation, they learned to like Amelia. Like, it explained why she had been acting the way that she was acting. Still didn't like her. And it might be because I haven't watched Private Practice. Somebody told me that Private Practice should definitely be one of those things that I watched, but I've never watched Private Practice, so I don't know if her scenes in there are redeemable for her, but I don't like her. I didn't like her when Derek died and how she was coming at Meredith like, oh, I should have been there, bitch. What was you gonna do that Meredith didn't do? What was you? He was already gone. It's not like she didn't even get to say bye. He was dead when she got there. Derek was gone by the time Meredith got there. So Meredith went ahead and told them, you know what, do what you gotta do. You act like you wasn't gonna get to go to the funeral, bruh. Like, the way she was coming at Meredith was so very much unnecessary. Very, very much. And that's why I really don't like Amelia. She was just really erratic and just real. She's annoying. She's annoying. Ooh, next up after Amelia, we have Maggie. Let me tell you what it is about Maggie. Maggie is just whiny. Like, she's really annoying. Her whole like thing where they found out that her mom had breast cancer, the way that she was treating her mom for wanting to get, first of all, she didn't know at first. The way that she was treating her mom for wanting to get like surgery done on her breasts was way out of hand. Like, she was doing a lot. She was treating her mother like she was the child. If my mom wanted to get her boobs done, even though she don't need it done, but if she wanted to, what is that? That's not my business. If she want to do that, let her do that. Why? Huh? Why? She got even more annoying when they put her with Jackson, which, don't get me started. When my couples video comes, I'm about to drag them, so don't please. Let's move on. But yeah, the way she acted when she found out that her mom had breast cancer was annoying. The DeLuca situation was annoying. She was just annoying. Moving on. Next up on the list is one that I feel is going to be very controversial. That would be Callie. So, the first time around, Callie was one of my favorite characters. Like, the first time I ever watched Grey's Anatomy, like all the way through, I really loved her. I thought Callie was just such a fire character. Like, oh my god, so carefree, really a vibe. Like, yeah. The second time around, okay, is when I realized, oh, like, Callie's irritating, like really annoying. Wow. So the first time around, it was just, I like Callie up until the whole custody battle thing with her in Arizona. I wasn't feeling Callie with that, especially since it was very unnecessary. However, in giving Grey's Anatomy a rewatch, okay, I realized that Callie was annoying from the beginning. First of all, Callie was a pick-me with George because she could tell George didn't want her. It was clear George didn't want her. The fact that right after they went and eloped, okay, on some drunk shit, she was asking this man about kids a lot, okay? She knew that George was fucking with Izzy. She also knew that George was in love with Meredith. So why would you marry George and then why would you force him to have kids? Okay, moving on from that point. Second point, when she got with Arizona, do you know that before they even moved in together, this bitch Callie was fucking pestering Arizona about having a kid? Bitch, y'all don't even live together. You don't even know, like, do this woman leave her socks on the ground? Do she live the same way that you live? Do this woman take shower? Like, you don't know. And yet, you talking about, can we have a baby? And you ain't never even lived with sis. Y'all ain't never even talked about marriage, but you're talking about a baby? Baffling, okay? She was annoying. Most of her and Arizona's fights were because of her. Let's talk about this also because no one brings it up. Hey, y'all know Callie wasn't on the plane, right? When the plane crashed at the end of season 8, Callie wasn't there. So she didn't understand what Arizona was going through because Callie was not in the plane crash. However, Callie liked to be a part of stuff like she was in the plane crash. She liked to try to rush Arizona through her stage of getting herself together, I guess. Through her PTSD stage where she was first getting her leg. Of course, Arizona is mad. She doesn't have a leg. Like, do you not get that, sis? Think about it. And then I was cool with Callie until after that, and then the custody battle comes up, and I just felt like it was unnecessary. And why? First of all, if y'all peep, Penny didn't even ask her to come to New York. Penny, I think, even told her like,
hey bro, you know it's not that serious, like you don't really gotta come.
Callie was doing a lot. Callie was doing too much at that point. That was a shitty way to like take Callie's character off the show. I'm sorry, it was so shitty. Next up on the list we have Izzy. Now, I don't like Izzy for obvious reasons. I feel like the way she treated Alex, ill. The way that she treated George, ill. The Denny situation, what? She should have been fired. Like, never hired back. Fired. Exclamation point. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about whether or not Izzy should have kept the job. She shouldn't have. Some of it, I just really didn't like Izzy, and I feel like I don't even really gotta go into too much detail with Izzy because this is a thing that I feel like amongst the Grey's Anatomy like stan ship, we kind of are all on the same page when it comes to Izzy. Don't like her. Next up we have Richard. Okay, I don't like Richard because I feel like Richard is a little bit of a hypocrite. Like, Richard, first of all, Richard was the worst chief. The worst chief that Grey Sloan ever had, okay? Richard is so judgmental. Like, I did not like the way that he thought that he had the nerve. Even though I don't like Teddy, I don't like that he thought that he had the nerve to come at Teddy about cheating and yell at her when, my nigga, you did the same thing on your wife who had Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's. Like what? But you coming and talking to Teddy? I just find Richard annoying, okay? Found them annoying with the whole Catherine thing. Let me tell you, I'm always and forever going to be Miss Team Catherine, okay? She told him, come back to Grey Sloan. He said, no. I like working over at this hospital. Catherine said, I'm gonna buy that bitch in your face. Motherfucker, that's some gangsta ass shit. That's some shit, that's a level of petty that I wish to reach one day. That's some gangster shit, okay? So I don't blame Catherine for that, but I still don't like Richard. You can tell that I don't really have a real valid reason for not liking Richard. It's just, ever since I've been watching the show, I don't always gave Richard the side eye, like,
I don't really like you, sir.
Next up on the list, we have Joe. So Joe is at the lower end of the list because, not that I necessarily don't like her as a whole, I just don't like certain parts of Joe. Like, I feel like sometimes she could be really tone deaf and she could be really self-centered. Like, everything has to equal back to her. Like, nothing can ever be about someone else. It always has to be about Joe. Like, what was it? She compared Alex leaving to Hayes' wife dying, was it? It's not the same shit at all. His wife is dead. Alex is alive, living with Izzy on some fucking farm and shit. Like, Alex is well and fine. You could pull up on Alex if you wanted to. So don't compare. Like, don't compare and contrast. I do think her going to be an OB, I do think that would be good for her, and I can understand her point of view on that and why she doesn't still want to be a surgeon. But other than that, I just feel like Joe could be a little bit whiny sometimes, especially when she first came in. I didn't like the way she treated Stephanie. That's one of the reasons that she's on this list. I didn't like the way that she thought that Stephanie was the one who complained about higher ups dating like interns and stuff like that, and it really wasn't even her. It was the other girl, I think Leah. Don't quote me on that, but I think it was Leah. But like, not you coming at her talking about some, oh, now you done made my relationship illegal. Bitch, don't nobody give a fuck about your relationship. Do you see the way that Jackson treated Stephanie? Did you see the way that Jackson dog walked the fuck out of Stephanie? Like, my bitch had every fucking right. Even though it wasn't her, she would have had every right to go and report Jackson, okay? Because I would have done it, period. So yeah, that's why I don't like Joe. It's just some stuff, some situations she be a little tone deaf and I don't really fuck with it. The next person on my list is Erica Hahn. I just didn't like her because I thought she was mean, especially to Christina, who was pretty much just trying to learn from her. Like, she did a lot of just straight up mean and rude stuff. Every time you saw her character, she was just straight unlikable. They tried to make her more likable by putting her with Callie and making that a whole thing, but like, it still didn't do it for me. She was very unlikable, and yeah, that shorts me to the point as to why I don't like Erica. And the last person on my list that I really don't care for is Burke. For obvious reasons, leaving Christina at the altar. I thought he was a little mean sometimes. He did have sort of a nice side when he was, you know, after Christina had the miscarriage and he was all in the bed hugged up with her, letting everybody know that that was his girl. Like, that was sweet, but like, Burke had some ashholes moments. So that's kind of why Burke is on here, and I kind of needed a 10th person, and I like Burke a little less than everybody else, so that's why Burke came in 10th place on this list. So period. If you agree with this list, please leave it down below in the comments, girl. Also, like I said in the beginning, don't forget to follow my social media. Don't forget to turn on your post notifications. Don't forget to follow me on my Twitch. All of that will be linked down below in the description box. Yeah, wow, that was fast. So y'all, I think this is like the time where like I'm supposed to look at the camera and be like, it'll be like peace. And so like, yeah, like peace. How to get that thumbnail in B.